afternoon, members of the administration, faculty and staff, families, friends, and fellow graduates. I'm truly honored to be standing here today. And to my fellow graduates, we made it. Today is a day of celebration, reflection, and gratitude. Looking around this room, I cannot help but feel incredibly fortunate to share this moment with you. 4 years ago, we arrived here as strangers, uncertain about what university life would bring us. Today, we leave not only with degrees, but with memories and experiences that will stay with us for the rest of our lives. Before I say anything else, I would like to express my deepest gratitude to the people who made this journey possible. To my parents and mentors, thank you for believing in me even when I doubted myself. Thank you for providing opportunities, guidance, and unwavering support. I will not be standing here today without your sacrifices and encouragements. To my friends, thank you for making these 4 years unforgettable. Thank you for sharing meals, exploring new places with me, and simply being there through rough times and exciting moments. And it feels like only yesterday that we were gathering before exams, surrounded by textbooks, with caffeines as well, and then trying desperately to remember everything that we have studied. We may not have taken the most impressive photos, and perhaps our university life wasn't not always picture perfect, but the memories we created together are treasures, and I will carry them forever. And thank you for choosing to spend part of my life with me. And before I leave you guys with messages, I'd like to share a little about my own story. There was a time when I felt I wasn't particularly good at anything. People sometimes ask me how I became fluent in English and French. The answer is simple. I studied relentlessly. I spent countless nights reading, writing, practicing while everyone else was asleep. But the hard work alone is not what brought me here. What truly kept me going was curiosity and the desire to understand more deeply and to keep asking questions. That curiosity began when I was in middle school, when I first encountered English literature, and in particular the works of Shakespeare. To be honest, I could not understand them at all, at all. The language felt impossible. I would read the same lines again and again and again, but without understanding what they meant. Eventually, I gave up. Then, a few years later, I was in high school. I picked up Romeo and Juliet once more, and this time something was different. I realized that though art simply meant you are, as I learned more about Elizabethan England, its history, its culture, and its way of thinking, philosophies as well, the place slowly began to reveal itself. The word that had once seemed impossible became alive with meanings. And that experience changed the way I think about academia. I realized that learning is not simply about memorizing facts or passing examination. I'm sorry, this keeps coming off. And learning changes the way we see the world. Every book, every classes, every conversation gives us another perspective. And the more we learn, the more clearly we begin to understand it, not only literature or history, but also ourselves. But single moments of understanding eventually led me to pursue literary works, researches, and today it is the reason I dream of becoming a scholar. So if there is one message I could leave with you all guys today, it is this. There is a tide in the affairs of men, which, taken at the flood, leads on to fortune. This is Shakespeare's words from Julius Caesar. As we move forward into the next chapter of our lives, we will face challenges that seem unfair. We will encounter failures, disappointments, and moments when giving up appears to be the most easiest option. There will be times when our efforts do not produce the results we expected or we hoped for, when our dreams feel distant, and when we question whether giving up is the best option you could have. But life rarely waits rarely waits until we feel ready. Opportunities often arrive disguised as uncertainty, change, or even failure. Graduation is one of those moments. We may not exactly know what lies ahead of us, but we have the choices to step forward with courage. When those moments come, remember this: do not give up. Do not give up like I did. Even if things do not go according to plan, even if you feel embarrassed, even if others think that you're trying too hard, even if your path looks messy and imperfect, just keep on going. Keep going, because what matters the most is not whether every step was grateful, but what matters is that you kept moving forward. There's dignity in persistence. There's courage on refusing to quit. Trust the work you have already put in. Trust the person you have become throughout the work. Before I finish, I would like to leave you with another quotation from Shakespeare. All the world's a stage, and all the men and women rarely a player. These words come from As You Like It, spoken by Jacques, a character who's not the hero of the play or the romantic lead, or, he's just him. He's just a supporting character. But he tells us one important question of our lives. Everyone has a role to play. No one else can live your own life. No one else can tell your story. You are the protagonist of your own life. So step forward onto the stage with confidence, take risks, make mistakes, dream boldly, and never be afraid to perform your role with everything you have. So, today, graduation marks the end of the first act and a scene of our story and the beginning of the next. The curtain is rising on a new chapter filled with possibilities we cannot yet imagine. So let us walk onto the stage with excitement, curiosity, and confidence. The future may be uncertain, but it is ours to create. Thank you for the memories, thank you for the journey, and thank you for allowing me to share this moment with you. Congratulations, class of 2027. Thank you.
Speech for questions for Sayaka, please. What is your favorite Shakespeare play?
That would be A Midsummer Night's Dream. It changed my perspective. I loved it since high school. I especially like Puck the most because he's a trickster, and he messes with your life. But the uncertainty of him just makes me kind of enjoyable or excitement.
You like this play because you read it or you've seen it on stage?
Both. I would say. Yes.
Where did you see it?
In London. Yeah, I used to live in England, so that was in middle school, but I've seen it once in London, but then I didn't really like it at first, but then I read the text in high school, which I was drawn into, and yeah.
Great. Anyone else? Thank you.